Hey there everyone, Andrew Lopez here with Partner Channel OC. We're right back at it again, and as always, I got a really cool, super badass guest here, Javan.
Semi-cool.
Semi-cool. No, very cool. What you provide, it's the power of Orange County Business Journal. I'd like to give them a quick plug. That's how I found Javan here in Octiive. Great stuff. As a fellow musician, I love what you got going on, and I can't wait for everyone to hear about it. So tell us, Javan, what is Octiive, and kind of why did you come up with it?
Sure. So Octiive is a digital music distribution platform. We focus on independent musicians, really the sea of musicians that are across the world, right? Major labels, obviously, major label artists already have all the help they need. Fantastic, but it's generally the songwriters that write a song today and ask themselves, what do I do now? And so what we do is grab their song, regardless of what level of songwriters they are, so regardless of genre, we don't care where they're at. We have a platform that caters to independent musicians, allowing them to get their music, and we zap it out to 600 plus retailers across the world in over 140 countries.
Oh, wow.
And then each month we collect royalties on their behalf, depending on how many streams, how many times the song has been bought and downloaded, and then we funnel it back into the respective dashboard. And we pass out 100% net royalties to the artists. In conclusion, the main thing about us is that we believe in artists maintaining their rights, keeping all their royalties, and that's the main thing. That's always been the battle in the music industry, right?
Absolutely.
Well, why am I giving up my rights, or do I still own? Am I the owner of this content that I created, the song that I wrote? So that's what we're mostly proud of. Yeah,
it's amazing. And as a fellow musician myself, and being a songwriter, and to get through the hard times of life sometimes, it's amazing to hear about this. There's the Spotifys of the world, and there's the Apple Musics of the world, and you're very right. It'd be hard for an independent artist, whether you have EPs already or whether you have your own couple singles, it's hard to distribute that.
Sure.
And I think, one kind of thing I have a question with what you said is, so as an independent artist here, it's going across 140 countries. You might get success in Europe, right? Before you get success in the United States?
Yeah, no, that's a very good point, because we actually get that a lot. Users will hit us up and they'll be intrigued that, man, I didn't know I had 1,000 streams in Amsterdam, and they're basically, for example, out here in Orange County. So that is the power of getting your music out there, right, through different digital platforms, and allowing others to consume it. There's a lot of playlists and a lot of algorithms that these companies do, and they do really well, like Spotify and Apple Music and Google Play and so on and so forth, that allows these songs to be heard in new music playlist, regional stuff, depends on the genre, for example. So it kind of gives them more exposure than they're able to get on their own.
Absolutely.
And the one thing that we do well, it's just hard for independent musicians to go direct. A lot of these retailers want to go through an aggregator, so there's not an ability to go directly to them because of so many different restrictions, like metadata criteria and things like that. So we help artists to really make sure they're submitting music the right way, their images look good, the data is clean, and things like that. So we're essentially that kind of the hub that spreads it out to all the different regions of retailers.
It's so cool, man. As I keep saying, it's amazing what you've created, and I love how you bring it to this local level. And I think, finding you through the Business Journal and just getting to sit with you today, it's amazing just bringing that here. There's so many people that probably write music. There's so many musicians out there, so many talented musicians out there, and songwriters that here's the chance that Javan has provided with Octiive to allow that to go out. So,
yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, and it's kind of how we got into it ourselves, right? I mean, we're a super small team. You met the guys upstairs. We're all musicians, active musicians. We're songwriters, and it's that journey of struggling and trying to figure out how is it that I can get more exposure. I wrote something cool, and I love it for me. And if that's who you are, that's great. But how do I maybe get this out to others? I'd love to share it. And that always has been a challenge for independent musicians, right? So we try to kind of set up a platform to help artists do that a little bit better. And really guide them to do it. Outside of us being able to do it through a digital platform, if there's information that we can provide or some guidance and things like that, that's what we're all about.
Cool. I love it.
Yeah.
And everyone's favorite question on Partner Channel OC, why the show exists, is, Javan, how do you, in Octiive, how do you value partnership in your business?
Yeah, it's massive for us. I mean, we've completely relied on strategic partners. In fact, our strategic partners, Universal Music Group, right? We're their digital arm for independent musicians. They allow us to use what they've built for the longest time. They're obviously one of the biggest music companies in the world. To allow us to use their digital kind of arm to help independent musicians is huge. We want to be able to do it on our own, not nearly at that speed, and not nearly as wide as the range that we can get musicians out to. So we rely on that quite a bit. It's all about good relationships.
Absolutely, and I would also say that you partner with local musicians. You provide them that service to get their voice heard.
Yeah, most definitely. It's kind of this. Again, we always call it independent music community, right? So, we have the tools that we felt that were valuable, and ultimately being able to partner up with independent musicians and independent labels and provide those tools to them without them feeling that they're ever giving up their rights. That's the main thing. That we have a cool tool that you can use to help out yourself or artists you work with, friends that you work with, other musicians, whatever it is that is your circumstance. We just want to make sure that it's the right partnership, and knowing that it's you're never giving up your rights. That's always the big thing to us. You own your music, 100% your royalties, 100% your rights, and if at any point you feel that we're not the right fit, that's okay too. We want to make sure that we avoid that. We want to make sure that we do the best that we can, that keep artists with us for a long time. But if not, we're not the right fit, that's okay. Then let's help you maybe get to somewhere better.
Absolutely. Well, great, man. I'm so stoked to be here with you and have you on the show. And last thing, how can people get in touch with you?
Easy. We're really easy to get in touch with. We're on social media, geeking out all the time. Our website is octiive.com with 2 I's, OCTIIVE.com. Send us a note. Our social media, we're actually very active. We don't outsource it or use any kind of automated features. Shoot us a note there. Our emails are on our website. And we'd love to always talk music.
Well, perfect.
So reach out anytime.
Well, thanks for being on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
It means a lot.
Appreciate it a lot.
This is the reason why the show exists. Please connect with us, connect with Javan, check out Octiive. If you're a local musician trying to get your name out there, trying to get your song heard, this is the platform for you. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff you do. And thanks for being on the show, Javan.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
One of the funny things that sticks with our organization, and that was never meant to be kind of a marketing ploy, is this saying of buy musicians for musicians. Yeah, so that's who we are, and top down, that's our culture, and that's what Octiive is all about.
You could be a small artist, recording out of your home studio, or you can be a massive artist that's touring, and everyone gets treated the same. We want to give every artist the opportunity to grow.
I think we're allowing independent musicians to have more careers, and they love what they do, and they're able to earn a living and support a family doing that. And that to me is as good as a goal as becoming a megastar.
I am just like a lot of you guys out there. Like I said, I was a struggling musician, and I've been a musician for years, and I still am, and I'm still making music daily. So I know what that grind is like.
And that's where we're headed next, where we want to do a lot of different things that allows artists to become a successful independent musician.